Hello, welcome. This is the Daily Loop. First things first. Transfer bids. None. Academy trialists. Control, that was already there. Natural fitness. That was already there. The dribbling, that I don't think was, and it's come out at 52, which is pretty high. That was already there. I think that was already there. Not sure if it was. It's only 14. This guy's looking not that great, but we'll see what else is here. So 27 passing, no good. Not bothered. He has 60 shot stopping, which is pretty nice. Fast enough. Agility is low, which is not great, but parrying is okay. Penalty saving is good. Not a lot we care about. I mean, the determination is low. Not a lot we care about aside from the ridiculous. I don't know, that's not true. The parrying is pretty good. We just don't really need a keeper either. To be honest, the low agility is quite off-putting, despite the 60 shot stopping, and then with the low determination. Having said that, if we were to graduate a keeper, the determination wouldn't be as important as normal, because he wouldn't be playing anyway, or playing much. So what would matter still, obviously, but just not as anywhere near as much as it would if they were just starting every single match for 6 seasons in the youth team. I think the question really is, like, if you're going to swap him out, it's going to be for this player, so I think we would rather just stick with that one. So he's not coming in. Right, 8 finishing. Some interesting stuff. He's quite fast, good flair, good dribbling, but very low movement composure, strength. I think we would rather just persevere with that AMC. And at the end of the day, I think he's probably the one coming out if somebody comes in, probably. So he's the one that they're being compared to if we're thinking about him a bit. I think we just would rather have the AMC we've got. I think just not. I was looking at him, he has some nice stuff about for being a wide midfielder for us, like his passing is good, he's fast enough, good endurance and so on, but the problem is just this really low finishing composure isn't good even for the more defensive role. Ideally be higher than that. This guy's mostly revealed. He's 57 speed, which is good. I think when you look at a player like this, you just got to ask the question, if he has 60 tackling, are you going to keep him? And I think the answer then is probably not. Anyway, just 5 determination, 12 marking, 18 aerial ability, and we don't need DCs. So, right, 3 speed, 58 tackling, 57 speed, low composure, decent finishing. I mean, he's decent for a right back, but we don't use right backs. I'd just rather keep the other players we've got. Too slow, and I think, yeah, we just rather keep the AMC we got. So we just roll with the guys we've got. Which is pretty interesting. Hasn't been a lot of changes this time around, so as much throughout the month. Scouter players. Not really looking for keepers, so probably they're going to have to be pretty good to tempt us. He's pretty good, but I think we will just pass because we just really don't need them. Don't use left backs. DCs. How many training boosts has he had? He's only had one, and then he's got one coming up, which would give him +4 speed, positioning, movement, endurance, or +1 speed. Yeah, probably taking this one. So he'd have +4 speed. So he would be up to 70 speed. The other thing we can do is click progression, clear, and click the tackling. So didn't go up, and then it went up 4. So it's already moved this month, the tackling. So he's had 2 sets of training boosts and got to 61 tackling. So that's not good. His marking's also not good. But he would have 70 speed after 2 sets of training boosts, which is really good. I mean, he's decent. It's 447. I think it just comes down to the same problem that we just don't need a DC. So even if we're comparing him to this guy, so he already got his speed from 44 up to 50. I don't know. The thing is, 70 speed is pretty fast. I've got to say that. It's like he's in a pretty good. Who was it? This guy? Yeah. So outside of that, he can't pass. He can't mark. So I think the issue for our tactic is basically that if he can't mark at all, we want him to be the stopper role, which means the tackling becomes really important. And his tackling's pretty decent, but it's not sort of world class. He's also good in the air, good composure. I don't know, there's reasons to buy this guy, to be honest. There are reasons to get this guy. His 65 ceiling, if we compare that to our youth team, it's better than the other DCs we got that are 63 and 64. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted a bit by him, to be honest. I just feel like it's pretty good, really. Let's just keep looking and we'll come back at the end. This guy feels generically decent. Let's think about this for a sec. Like, he's not great in the air, but he's got what? Let's just say that. So he's got 53 marking, 72 tackling, 77 speed. Let's check his training options. So he's on his 3rd cycle this month, and it's going to apply tomorrow. So he could get nothing. I mean, it's supposedly you're going to take the natural fitness determination. This one, you're going to take this one. So it's nothing key is changing much here. Marking's the same, tackling's the same, speed's the same, aerial ability is the same. positioning got by 1. Passing same. I guess we're comparing him at the moment, not to him. I guess we're basically comparing him to this guy. So this guy, I think he's just better than this guy. Very similar, but just way faster. I mean, this guy is about to go get a tackling boost to take him up to 76, and he's also about to get 5 speed, take him up to 62. So I guess we need to compare him to that version, and 2 more marking as well, 62. Yeah, okay. So this guy is sort of better, taking into account age for sure. Don't know. I guess the other guy we can compare him to is Octai. Okay, yeah, he's much, but he's just better. It's also good in the air. Okay, so he's not as good as the ones we got, but he's not bad. He's pretty decent. Plus, he's cheap, which is a factor here. So maybe we get him. Let's just keep looking. Passing. Just trying to get through him quickly. I mean, he's sort of decent. We're trying to find an MC that, like, for the box to box, that was just like better at tackling generally, and he is that. His passing is acceptable, vision is below where we want, aerial ability is good, speed is it's okay. Ideally, with which is fine, it's fine, but ideally would have a higher work rate with that speed. The endurance, I mean, it's okay. He's okay. It's not anything special, but you'd also get 2 passing, 2 finishing. You're probably going to take this one here, so. An extra strength, fine. Marking, yeah. Dribbling, sure. Finishing, sure. Passing, sure. So he actually gets better, this training option. I think we'd be comparing him to probably something like this guy. He's a lot younger. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather pick up a guy like this, to be honest, just a lot more sort of future development scope. So let's just skip over him. I'm okay to get players as sort of like minor upgrades, but I think they would just want to be younger. The auctions, he's pretty fast. Don't think we want to spend that much for a DC, but it's also going to get 2 more tackling. Okay, I didn't mind this guy, to be honest. We saw him the other day. If he's still there, you probably can get him for the minimum price. What is he going to get? So we would get to choose the boost in time as well, because it's still 2 days away. So we could choose the second one, which is probably better. This one's got an extra long shots, but I think the extra vision, the 2 determination, and the natural fitness is probably better than the 1 long shots. His composure, I think the issue we got now, to be honest though, is the lack of composure up front. That's the thing that's costing us the most, but he's still pretty good. So he's 22, 51, 68. I think ultimately we are just going to naturally compare him to this dude who's also 22, 51, but he's only 63. Like, that's way less ceiling. It's really substantial, that ceiling difference. I feel like you could argue that we should bid for him. But we probably can't bid. Yeah, what is it? 6.5, so it's 650 plus 300 wages, so it's going to be about $1 million. It's going to be about 7.5 million. And we only got like 4.5, so we'd have to get 3 million. Like, I don't think we can do it in a reasonable way. The only option would be to just, well, I mean, it's just going to be selling this guy, which is basically the money. Maybe we'd have to sell some cheap player, 1 or 2 cheap players in our youth team, and then we'd have it. So I guess that's the path if you want to do it. But yeah, I think the problem with that is that we just completely cleaned out of cash, and then we basically, if we get a bargain, we can't even act upon it. We were talking about, there was a youth player as well. There was this guy. Was it him? I think it was him, and he had the plus speed, right? Yeah, the plus 4 speed. But I think we'll just pass as well, just because we got youth players, DCs. Just, I feel like we just need to yeah, get what we need, and then this. We need to sort of, yeah, like, if he's alright. He's alright. I don't know how to. But then this guy, I think he's alright as well. But I think I think this guy, let's start with his, I think he's just not quite there. I would say, basically, just for various reasons, like just for the roles. Like, he can't really be the stopper role because the tackling's not enough. He's not really great for the cover role because his marking's not high enough, and that cover role gets the ball a fair bit. So ideally, their passing will be better and stuff. And he's in the box a lot. Ideally, his aerial ability will be better. He's just not quite there. And then the other role, the marking matters as well. The aerial ability matters. And just. He would be alright for a 4th or 5th choice DC, and we do need the 4th or 5th choice DC. So I mean, that is a factor, but I just feel like we'll just hold out for something a little better, basically. think, and the other reason why I'm thinking that is just because our current 4th choice DC, this guy, he's about to take a big leap forwards with this training option, getting the extra 3 tackling and the extra 5 speed. So, and the extra marking. So yeah, I don't think we'll get him. And then the younger one, I just think we got 2 16-year-old DCs. I just feel like he's just going to kind of block their development. It's basically what we've done to the strikers when we bought the striker, and we just can't be blocking everyone's development because they won't develop, basically. And then he has also only got 5 marking, so in the end I think he looks pretty nice, these attributes or whatever, but in the end if he's obviously going to have very low marking no matter how well it develops. So in a senior capacity he can only ever be the stopper role, and that means that tackling is super important, and it's looking good, but it has already gone up this month, which means that, you know, it's 2 months of training boost to tackling applied, it's up to 61. That's okay, but for that stopper role in particular it's just not good enough, I feel. So I think he's just a bit behind where he needs to be. So yeah, we won't be bidding for anybody, we won't be buying anybody, I think. So yeah, so we just got the training options left. Catania, he's our gem of a defender, sort of reaching that age now where some of them start to go down, but hopefully he'll just keep getting better as a player still though. Feels like I'm going to take this one. You don't want to lose the extra speed ideally, and then this one also has +2 tackling instead of +1. The passing matters a bit, the finishing doesn't really matter, the vision matters a bit, but I think on the whole we're just going for this one because it's losing less speed and gaining the tackling, and they're probably the 2 most important attributes out of these. So, and then yeah, so I think that's a pretty easy decision really, don't need to clarify that more. And then this one, it's probably just don't want to lose the speed, so we lose an agility, but gain 2 work rate, 2 marking, and 3 movement, so he's still getting a fair bit better. This guy doesn't have any real future at the club. So what are we looking at here? It's both tackling, so we can get extra couple positioning, or we can get a movement. I think we just taken this one because it's the speed. And Signorini, interestingly, he can gain striker. I don't think we're too bothered about that, but we will just get this one anyway because I think it's just straight up better. All the attributes are higher, plus he gets striker. And then this one, he doesn't have any future at the club either, so it's probably this one. I think this one's got extra vision, but this one's got 3 control. That one's got finishing. Okay, so what is it? It's and this one's got a strength. So it's a strength and 3 control versus a vision and finishing. I think it's a strength and 3 control. And then this guy, you're saying it's like 2 agility, a flare, and a movement versus 2 determination. I think it's 2 agility, a flare, and a movement. I think in particular because he's not playing anyway, so the determination doesn't really matter. So yeah, so that's that. Thanks for watching this one. We've got some matches to play as well. We're going to play those now.